On transmission that two subjects were injured at the residence behind me at 10508 Cosby Manor Road in the town of Deerfield. What had transpired is a child had returned home from school, had entered the residence, and had seen his two parents lying in the inside the residence, and both were bleeding. He immediately left the residence, went to the neighbor's house, and they had contacted 911. Upon the trooper's arrival, he went inside. He found one female victim had expired. The male victim admitted to him inside the residence that he had caused the stabbings of both she and he. He was transported to the hospital where at about 4:30, I believe 4:30, he succumbed to his injuries. What we were able to determine is that the female, her name is Kristin, Kristin Longo, of that residence. She's 39 years of age, and Joseph Longo Jr., 41 years of age, of that residence. So the two people that were that have died. I'll take some questions if anyone has any.
They're married or estranged?
Married.
Do you know if he was? Are you looking into whether or not he might have been in family court today? Some proceeding might have upset him, and they might have led to this?
It's difficult to say exactly what was transpiring today. We don't know what was going on in his personal life, and what happened in family court, if anything did, I don't know.
Is it for sale sign in front of the house? Do you know why?
I do not.
So as far as you know, they were married, not estranged, and not splitting up?
I can't tell you that. I do know that they're married. I don't know what the status of their relationship was, but they are legally married still.
What is his status with? He's a Utica police officer?
He is a Utica police officer. He's a detective with the Utica Police Department.
Currently or in the past?
Currently.
How many years have they been?
About 13, 14 years.
Their child comment?
Yes. They have 4 children. 3 still live at home.
And only the one came home and...
That's correct.
Is it known yet with their...
They're with other family members at this moment.
Jeff, he was conscious when the...
That is correct. Yes.
What was the conversation? What took place?
I'm not going to divulge exactly what was said, but suffice it to say, we know that he's the perpetrator of killing his wife as well as stabbing himself.
Is there any motive?
I don't know, and we may never know.
He was currently an active police officer, had his badge, had his guns.
I could tell you he was an active member of the Utica Police Department. Beyond that, that's something the chief will have to comment to.
Have they had any previous trouble, domestic violence, anything like that?
As far as we know, no police agency has responded to this address via 911 research. Again, that'll be a lead that we'll have to follow up.
What weapons were recovered?
A knife was recovered.
Can you say where the wounds took place?
I don't know. There were several wounds on both people, but exactly where those wounds are located, I just don't know, and I wouldn't comment anyways.
Was a gun ever recovered inside the house? Or?
No.
Okay.
Jeff, I don't know if you can speak to this. What is going to happen to children now?
It's obviously it's way too early in the investigation, but suffice it to say they're with family members, they're being taken care of, and they're receiving the type of counseling that they should be receiving at this moment in their lives.
And where was her body located, and where was he?
They were near each other, they were in the residence, but beyond that, they were in a common room together.
And did he say at all, is it clear at all to what extent how soon he caused his own injuries?
No, we don't know exactly what time this happened. We don't know how long they were injured before the child arrived home.
As far as the investigation, what are you still going to be looking into?
We'll look into the history, if there's any type of domestic. We'll see if there was anything else involved here, if it was more than an argument between the two of them.
Any note or anything? Anything be left?
Right now, we're still processing the residence. There's no indication of a note, but again, that may be something we may find when we look inside their residence further, or if we look inside their vehicles. We just don't know yet.
Is there any sign of any kind of struggle that had occurred before this happened?
I don't know the answer to that question, but none has been divulged to me.
Was this like a household knife or some other kind of weapon? Or?
It looked like it came from a household knife. It doesn't look like it was anything that was bought at any type of sporting goods store.
Could you address Chief perhaps questions about his current employment with UPD? Like he was a current officer, he had his badge, his gun, all of that.
That is correct. He was an active investigator assigned to Criminal Investigation Division. Correct.
Are you shocked that this happened?
Anytime an incident like this, you are shocked, yes.
Will Utica Police be? You mentioned the police handling that? Are Utica police involved in that?
The investigation is being conducted by the state police, correct?
I don't know if you have any more questions, but I want to make sure you understand that the state police has the most condolences for the entire family. Obviously, this is a tragic event, and the children are the ones that really have to suffer at this point in time, but we want to make sure, along with Chief LaBella of the Utica Police Department, our deepest condolences to the entire family. So without any other questions, we'll call it a night. Thank you.
You have been watching a press conference held by the New York State Police at the scene of a murder-suicide at 10508 Cosby Manor Road in the Oneida County town of Deerfield. According to state police, Joseph Longo Jr., 41 years of age, a 13 or 14-year member of the Utica Police Department, a detective currently with UPD, apparently stabbing his wife, Kristin Longo, who died at the house, then Joseph Longo Jr. also stabbing himself. He died a short time later at a local hospital. The couple does have 4 children, 3 of which still live at home. One of the children actually found the couple with the stab wounds, and according to Captain Coots, Captain Frank Coots of the New York State Police, Captain Coots saying that that Detective Longo telling the child that he had stabbed Kristin Longo and then stabbed himself. As we said, Kristin Longo found dead at the scene, and UPD investigator Joseph Longo Jr. died a short time later at the hospital. We will have much more on this coming up on News Channel 2 at 10 on the CW, as well as News Channel 2 at 11 and WKTV.com. We now return here to regular scheduled program.
This has been a News Channel 2 special report. For more on this and other stories, log on to WKTV.com.